African Americans have served in the United States military since its inception. They have fought in every major conflict, often facing discrimination and segregation. Despite these challenges, they have demonstrated unwavering courage, patriotism, and a commitment to freedom. These brave men and women fought for their country. They also fought for their own equality. Their service challenged racial prejudice and paved the way for civil rights advancements. This is the story of their sacrifices and triumphs. It's a story that resonates with the ongoing struggle for justice and equality in America. We must remember and honor the contributions of African American service members. Their stories are an integral part of American history. They remind us of the complexities of our past and the importance of striving for a more just future. The Civil War was a turning point for African Americans, marking a significant shift in their role within American society. It marked their entry into the United States Armed Forces in large numbers, a monumental change that would have lasting impacts. Before the war, Black people were largely prohibited from serving in the military, reflecting the deep-seated racial prejudices of the time. The Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 changed everything, opening the doors for African Americans to join the fight for their own freedom. It allowed African Americans to enlist in the Union Army, giving them a direct role in shaping the future of the nation. Over 180,000 African Americans joined the fight against the Confederacy, demonstrating their commitment to the cause. They formed regiments known as the United States Colored Troops, which became a symbol of Black courage and determination. These brave soldiers fought with distinction in numerous battles, proving their valor and skill on the battlefield. They included the Battle of Milliken's Bend and the Battle of Fort Wagner, where their bravery was on full display. The 54th Massachusetts Regiment was one of the most famous USCT units, known for their fierce fighting spirit. Their bravery at Fort Wagner, although a military defeat, captured the nation's attention and highlighted their heroism. It helped change public opinion about the capabilities and patriotism of Black soldiers, challenging existing stereotypes. The Civil War proved that African Americans were willing to fight and die for their freedom, showcasing their unwavering resolve. It also laid the groundwork for future struggles for equality, setting the stage for the civil rights movements that would follow. After the Civil War, African American soldiers continued to serve. They were often assigned to segregated units. One of the most famous units was the Buffalo Soldiers. This name was given to them by Native American tribes who respected their fighting prowess. The Buffalo Soldiers served in the western United States. They protected settlers, guarded mail routes, and fought in the Indian Wars. During the Spanish-American War in 1898, the Buffalo Soldiers proved their valor once again. They fought bravely in Cuba, including the Battle of San Juan Hill. Their service during this era was marked by both bravery and discrimination. Despite facing prejudice and segregation, the Buffalo Soldiers carried out their duties with professionalism and courage. Their story is a testament to their resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Over 350,000 African Americans served in World War I, a conflict that was supposed to make the world safe for democracy. They were eager to prove their loyalty and patriotism to a nation that often treated them as second-class citizens, hoping their service would lead to greater equality. However, they faced segregation and discrimination within the military, mirroring the societal prejudices of the time. Black soldiers were often relegated to support roles such as labor battalions, rather than being allowed to fight on the front lines. They served in segregated units, often under the command of white officers who doubted their capabilities. Despite these obstacles, many African Americans served with distinction, earning medals and commendations for their bravery. Units like the 369th Infantry Regiment, known as the Harlem Hellfighters, earned accolades for their bravery on the battlefield, becoming legendary for their combat prowess. The 369th spent more time in combat than any other American unit, showcasing their determination and resilience. They were also the first American unit to reach the Rhine River after Germany's defeat, marking a significant achievement in the war. Despite their service and sacrifices, African American soldiers returned home to a nation still gripped by racial prejudice and segregation, facing the same injustices they had hoped to overcome. Their experiences overseas fueled their determination to fight for equality at home, laying the groundwork for future civil rights movements and the ongoing struggle for justice. World War II, the Double V Campaign. World War II saw over 1 million African Americans enlist in the armed forces. They joined with a sense of duty and a hope for a better future. They were determined to fight for democracy abroad and equality at home. This dual mission was both a personal and collective struggle. This dual fight became known as the Double V Campaign: victory over fascism in Europe and victory over racism in America. It was a powerful symbol of their resolve. African Americans served in all branches of the military during World War II. They took on roles that were critical to the success of the Allied forces. They served in segregated units, facing discrimination and prejudice. Despite these challenges, they remained steadfast in their commitment. However, they made significant contributions to the war effort. Their bravery and skills were undeniable. The Tuskegee Airmen, the first black fighter pilots, became legendary for their skill and courage, escorting bombers and protecting them from enemy aircraft. Their success was a testament to their training and determination. The 761st Tank Battalion, known as the Black Panthers, fought with distinction in Europe. Their actions were pivotal in several key battles. They helped liberate concentration camps and played a crucial role in breaking through enemy lines. Their efforts were instrumental in the Allied victory. Despite their service and sacrifices, African American veterans returned home to a society still plagued by segregation and discrimination. Their fight for equality was far from over. However, their experiences during the war ignited a new wave of activism that fueled the civil rights movement. Their courage and determination laid the groundwork for future generations to continue the struggle for justice and equality. The Korean War breaking barriers. The Korean War marked a turning point in the fight for integration in the United States military. President Truman issued an executive order in 1948 that officially desegregated the armed forces. While full integration took time, the Korean War saw African Americans serving alongside white soldiers in integrated units for the first time in a major conflict. The war also saw African Americans taking on more significant roles in combat. They fought with bravery and distinction, earning numerous medals for their service. Their sacrifices during the Korean War helped to chip away at the walls of segregation. It paved the way for further progress in the fight for civil rights. Vietnam and the Civil Rights Movement. The Vietnam War took place during a time of significant social upheaval in the United States. The Civil Rights Movement was gaining momentum, challenging segregation and discrimination across the nation. African Americans served in Vietnam in large numbers, making up a disproportionate percentage of combat troops. They fought with courage and distinction, facing both the enemy and the lingering effects of racism within the military. The Vietnam War experience had a profound impact on the civil rights movement. Many African American veterans returned home from the war with a renewed commitment to fighting for equality. They had risked their lives for their country, only to face discrimination and prejudice upon their return. Their experiences fueled the growing movement for social justice and helped to bring about meaningful change. Modern conflicts and continuing struggles. Since Vietnam, African Americans have continued to serve with distinction in the United States military. They have fought in conflicts in the Middle East, including the Gulf War, the Iraq War, and the war in Afghanistan. They have served in all branches of the military, holding a wide range of positions, from frontline soldiers to high-ranking officers. Despite significant progress in civil rights, African American service members still face challenges related to racial bias and discrimination. They continue to fight for equality within the military and in civilian life. Their experiences are a reminder that the struggle for racial justice in America is ongoing. An enduring legacy. The contributions of African Americans to the United States military are immeasurable. From the Civil War to modern conflicts, they have fought with courage, patriotism, and an unwavering commitment to freedom. They have faced discrimination, segregation, and prejudice, yet they have persevered, breaking down barriers and paving the way for future generations. Their service has not only defended our nation, but has also been instrumental in advancing the cause of civil rights. Their sacrifices have made America a more just and equitable society. It is our duty to remember their stories, honor their sacrifices, and continue the fight for equality for all Americans.